The sixth in our list of habits that one can develop in order to take responsibility, where taking responsibility is the opposite of defensive reasoning. The sixth in our list is to get a mentor. Now, oftentimes, people think of getting a mentor as not something that I would do. I wouldn't go get a mentor. A mentor has to recruit me. It's just the opposite. For example, Max De Pree is a famous person who's done a lot of really good writing on leadership. He's also been a wonderful mentor to a generation of religious leaders. Almost every person that he has mentored has come to him and said, "Would you mentor me?" It has not been the case that he's gone out and plucked somebody and said, "Oh yes, I will select you. You are the one that I will now mentor." People come to him. And so I've talked about this in class before, and I've talked about how important it is to get a mentor. Well, just this summer, I had a student who sent me an email and said, "I was in your leadership class last year, and you talked about getting the importance of getting a mentor. Well, how about you? I think I select you." And I couldn't, as a professor, say, "Oh no, get a mentor, but just don't get me." I had to say yes. And so one of the things that I say is that the responsibility for a mentoring relationship is not on the mentor. It's on the person being mentored. They have to set the standards. So what did this student do? She showed up for the first meeting with a list. She said, "Here's an agreement that I would like you to, each of us to sign, that this is what we're getting into when we say that it's a mentoring relationship. And here are the things that I would want to accomplish. And here are the things that I will commit to doing." Among the things that she committed to doing was holding in confidence that whatever we say, to being completely honest, and to actually doing the things that we talk about. She said, "I'm going to write them down, and then I'm going to go back and do them. I'm not just simply going to talk to you and then never do things. I respect your time enough. If you're going to mentor me, I will respect your time enough, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go back in between meetings and do these things. And if I don't, I'll tell you." So we've had, 4 or 5 meetings at this point. And one of the things that happened between, let's say, meeting 3 and 4, I don't remember exactly what one, she came back and said, "We talked about me going back and we made a list of things that I was going to work on. And I haven't done any of those things. But I need to explain to you why, is that my relationship with my boss has changed a little bit in that they offered me a new set of responsibilities. And so what it is that we suggested that I do kind of didn't fit anymore." Now, she could easily have just simply said to me, "I didn't need to do it, no big deal." But what she did is she said, "I want to respect you enough to explain to you what happened, and then let's reflect on that." And then we talked about it together. But she has taken responsibility for the mentoring relationship. Whenever we meet because she's decided we're going to meet, and what we talk about, she's decided this is what we're going to talk about. My job is to do 2 things: tell good stories and ask good questions. Everything else, the impetus for the mentoring relationship is all on her. If you want to have a mentor, you need to recruit the mentor, you need to prepare the relationship, you need to write out exactly what you think is going to happen in that relationship, and you have to take responsibility for meeting with that person. If you want to get better, if you want to take responsibility, go out and find a mentor.